Monday night, and yes, now it's raining. Now it's raining now that I'm indoors and clean and dry, and that's fine, except that, I had my rain gear on earlier for nothing. Anyway, I'm vlogging again because I had a couple of subjects come up in my brain today that I wanted to cover. So I'm going to move because I just realized in my last vlog that in the window reflection you could see me holding my camera in the background, so it's kind of ridiculous. So I'm going to sit here on the couch this time. I don't know how the lighting's going to be here, so we'll have to find out together. I just want to talk about compound moves versus isolation moves when it comes to weightlifting or weight training or using weights when you work out. I did a lot of research when I first started working out a lot, and as you guys know, I keep talking about how much research I've done. I did really spend an awful lot of time on the computer looking at different fitness gurus' ideas and thoughts and processes and their theories and all that stuff, and I think I've managed to give myself a pretty good broad understanding of just basic, fitness in general at this point. I guess, the pipes are an testament to that, right? The pipes and the abs and how many pull-ups I can do, how many chin-ups I can do, which I still have to do today. But compound moves versus isolation moves, I think that both are really have a place in working out. I do really like compound moves. I've learned that in my research. I've learned that you can actually you can make up your own compound moves, which I've been doing. You can put together two things like a shoulder press and a squat, and it's called a squat press. Where you're holding the weights here and you squat down, and then when you come back up again, you keep going with your arms, and then you come back down to your shoulders, then you squat back down again. That's a squat press. That's a really good compound move. I like that move a lot. I didn't make that one up. That one's a very well-known one. But I find that with compound moves, at least, you can get a lot more done in a shorter amount of time if you're using compound moves, because you're working more parts of your body with one move. So if you're doing 10 reps of something, you do 10 reps of squats and shoulder presses all at the same time instead of doing 10 reps of squats and then 10 sets of shoulder presses, and you're working all of that. The only downside to that is that you could probably carry more if you were hold more weight if you were just doing squats. So you're limited in your squat exercise by how much you can shoulder press, or vice versa if your legs aren't as strong as your shoulders. Who knows? So you can't really do as heavy a weight on your entire body as you might if you were doing an isolation move for both different body parts separately. I've started making up some compound moves. I don't know if anybody else does these or if it's just me, but I've started incorporating bicep curls together with lunges. I'm here to tell you, it's a really hard move. Extremely hard move. I can do 10 sets, and when I say that, I curl the bicep, do the bicep curl at the same time as I'm lunging down. Let's see, yeah, and then as I'm coming back up again from the lunge, I'll lower the bicep curl. So it's hard, and I'm using 25-pound dumbbells, so I'm carrying 50 pounds, 25 on each arm, and I can keep myself pretty stable with that weight, so I'm pretty impressed with myself. But I'll tell you, after a set of 10 reps, my heart's slamming away in my chest really, really hard. So it's a really good move. I like it. I'm glad I made it up. I don't know if anybody else does it. I must not be the only one who's thought it up on their own, because it is such a good move. But I mean, you can pretty much take any upper body and lower body thing and find a way to make them work together. Well, you can't make everything work together, but you can make them up for yourself, whatever works good. I do quite a few different things, most of which I've just read about that I didn't make up, but that's my biggest made-up one. But all that being said, I do believe that isolation moves definitely have their place, because you can lift heavier. So if you are looking to define a specific muscle group or muscle, and you want to gain strength with that particular muscle, then isolation moves where it's at. I mean, tricep kickback, I can do much heavier. Well, tricep kickback's a dumb example because I don't really incorporate triceps into any other compound moves, I think. But if I wanted to gain more strength in my bicep, I probably would just sit on a bench and stabilize myself against my knee and curl and just concentrate on just the bicep and really tune in to what I'm doing with my bicep. And I bet dollars to donuts that I could. Oh, donuts! I'm not supposed to say that on this vlog, am I? I'm pretty sure I could probably curl a lot more. I haven't tried yet because I just got to 25s, and 25s is hard for me. But if I really wanted to pick up the 30s, oh, I don't know, that's a pretty big jump. Anyway, my point is, you can do heavier weights when you're doing isolation moves for the most part. If I was just doing just a squat, I wouldn't be holding the 20s that I do when I do squat presses, because 20 is all I can really manage with a shoulder press when I'm standing. But if I was just doing just squats, man, I'd pick those 30s up in a second, for sure, and hold 60 pounds total. So yeah, isolation moves are great for gaining strength. Takes your workout takes a lot longer if you want to hit every muscle group, of course, because you have to do one thing at a time. But yeah, so I do both. I like to put supersets together with one compound move and then one isolation move. Like for instance, I might put a compound move together with something like or put a compound move that does not hit triceps, and then put it together with a tricep kickback, and go back and forth between the two for the superset. I just recently stopped doing 5 sets of 6 reps. So for I would do each one 5 times, 5 say squat presses, and then 5 tricep kickbacks. Do squat presses, then do kickbacks, and then squat presses, and then do kickbacks, for 5 times around. And I find that's a really good way to get your heart rate up too, and a really good way to rest between things as well, because I'm not really working my triceps with my shoulder press really very hard. So it's not a big deal to go ahead and just do a tricep kickback while I'm resting from the squat press. So yeah, I like to do that. And I think I've mentioned to you guys already that I have actually decided in the new year to put together a super circuit workout, which is all compound moves, which means there's not going to be much opportunity to rest anything really, because compound moves work a lot of different muscle groups, and I'm pretty scared of that one. It's going to be hard, and it's a super circuit, so it isn't even like I'm doing 2 exercises and then resting after my sets, and then doing 2 more exercises and a bunch of sets and then resting. I'm just doing super circuits, like 5 or 6 different compound moves in a row. Yeah, it's going to kill. I actually can't wait. It's going to be interesting. That's in the new year though. So anyway, that's my little diatribe on compound exercises and isolation moves as well. I think they're both really important. So, do what works best for you. I mean, I think a lot of time people might do compound moves who are stretched for time. Get a good workout in, get your heart rate really up, and hit all the muscle groups and do it quickly, and get out, get home, get showered, get on with life. I think that a lot of people would do that with their press for time. So anyway, I hope you're having a great evening, and hope to see you again very soon, probably tomorrow at this point. Have a great night. Bye.